Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you a get ready with me on this makeup look. It's basically my go-to look using a bunch of new makeup products that have been my go-to and my favorites for like the past month or so. I'm going to be using the Soft Glam Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I did a tutorial with my review and I'll link my review below, but I wanted to do a tutorial on it and a bunch of new makeup products and things that I've been loving lately. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look today, then just keep on watching. So before we get started, I'm going to be sharing a new skincare product that I've been using from Patchology, and Patchology is sponsoring today's video. So thank you to Patchology. I've been using them for about a year and a half now, a bunch of their products, and they just released a new moisturizer. This is their Aqua Flash Moisturizer. It's a gel moisturizer. It's super lightweight. So here is what it looks like. It's very lightweight. It's basically a water-like finish. It's super hydrating too. And I love moisturizers that are a gel formula. I gravitate towards a lot of them. And this is also very cooling when you apply it on your skin. And my skin's been super dry. So I'm going to apply a lot because it feels really calming. And my skin's been very dry because it's like allergy season and my skin just goes crazy. Been breaking out a little bit too, but my skin really dries out during allergy season. My eyes have been like super puffy, but this has like a cooling effect and it does dry pretty quickly, so you could apply makeup like right after. It doesn't sit on top of your makeup or sit on top of your skin or anything. So that's why I really love gel moisturizers, because they feel super lightweight, but they're also really hydrating. So the Aqua Flash Moisturizer is now available on the Patchology website. It was just released, I think, this week, but I've been trying it out for a couple weeks and I really love it. I love Patchology, and they actually gave me a discount code for 25% off their website, so I will leave that in my description box. I'm going to share a couple of things. I'm wearing one of them right now. Let me see where I put it. The Lip Service. This is like a lip, it feels like a lip mask that it's so hydrating, but it's also super lightweight. So it does all the benefits of a lip mask, but it's very lightweight. So this is like a balm to gloss finish. I love using this before I do my makeup, so I'm wearing that right now, and that's what makes my lips like glossy. And then I wear this at night, the Cloud Mask. I've been using this for a couple months, like I'm almost out of this. I use this probably like 2 or 3 times a week for a nighttime moisturizer. It also has like retinol and stuff to help exfoliate your skin. So those are additional products that I really love from Patchology if you go on their website and you want to get other products too, because you do get a really good discount. So I'll leave that all in my description box. And then next, I did my brows already, but I want to show you guys what I've been using. This is the Ferocious Brow Pencil from The Bob. I'm going to go ahead and just do a few strokes because my brows are a little all over the place today. So this brow pencil comes in 3 shades, and I wear the one dark brown, which is the darkest shade. It's actually a pretty good match. I wear number 5 from Benefit, and this is why I always do my brows first. I've just been doing them so weird, where I kind of like go over, like literally go out like this, like super messy, and then I just wipe it away because I don't know, that just ends up working out for me for some reason. I always have to do my brows first. Like, I don't know how people do brows like after their eyeshadow and everything, because to me that's like such a frame of reference to where to put my eyeshadow and stuff. And the spoolie is actually really good on this because it's not like those thick spoolies that don't really comb out your brow hairs. That one actually works really nicely. And then for foundation, okay, this is not a new foundation. This is actually my favorite foundation, but I'm going to be wearing a new shade. So Bare Minerals just sent me a bunch of their new products, and in it they also sent over their foundation, and they sent me one shade too light, but then I tried it out and I swatched it and I googled shade comparisons, and number 12 is actually a little bit darker than number 13. So that's what I've been wearing for like the past week. I love this foundation. This is my favorite full coverage foundation. I do have a review. I will link it above me right now. It's so good because it's just awesome. It feels like it has a primer built in. I didn't even put on primer. Let me do that too. All right, so for primer, we're gonna use the Good Hydrations by Bare Mineral. I feel like I've been forgetting primer for a couple days now. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna even apply this all over because we already have a really hydrating base. This one also like fills in your pores, and I'm trying to cover this thing up. It's been there for like the whole week. I don't know why. But this fills in your pores and it's also hydrating. But this is my Holy Grail primer. I've talked about it and it's going to be on sale. I can't remember what day it is. I will try to leave it down below too during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And okay, let's go back into foundation. So we're using the shade number 12. We're using my favorite foundation, New to Me shade. And I always use foundations that have a really strong yellow undertone. Those always work for me. If it has a pink undertone or neutral undertone, it just ends up looking super pink on my skin. And then we're actually going to mix it in with this new beauty oil from Kevyn Aucoin. I feel like this is probably super expensive. I've been using this a couple days. It's probably like $65. So they sent this to me. Otherwise I would probably just use my Derma E oils are like $12 or something. But this is actually, it smells really good and it feels super luxurious. So I've been really enjoying using it. But I don't see like any difference between this and some of my more affordable oils. But I'm just going to use like 2 drops of this and mix it in with like 2 pumps of the foundation. Or 4 pumps, okay. And this foundation is a little bit matte, so I like adding some oil to it. I don't always, but since I got this oil, I've been using it consistently. And let's see what foundation brush is fairly clean. Let's use my favorite one from Smashbox. This is the Sheer Foundation Brush. Love this foundation brush because it's so big. I'm probably gonna actually need some more foundation. Ooh, that is so full coverage. I just love it. And I hate full coverage foundation. But this one, like, I don't feel like my skin is trapped in this foundation, so that's why I love it so much. All right, so for under eye concealer, I've been using the Flawless Fusion Concealer from Laura Mercier. I wear the shade 2W. This is more of like a yellow toned concealer. I basically go like 1 shade lighter than my foundation. I don't go for too much of like a highlighting effect. And this is like medium to full coverage. To me, it reminds me of the NARS Creamy Radiant, but this one's a little bit more hydrating. I definitely prefer, oh, and I didn't do any under eye corrector, but at least this way you guys will see how much coverage it gives. I definitely, what was I gonna say? I definitely prefer more hydrating concealers. Like I actually prefer the L'Oreal Pro Glow probably more than anything because it is really hydrating and glowy. But this one gives a lot more coverage, probably double the coverage of that one, honestly. And it's like the NARS one, but it's slightly more creamy than that. All right, so you guys can see that gave really good coverage. I'm just gonna apply a dot more since I didn't do any under eye corrector. So I have been liking this a lot. I've been using it since I bought it, maybe 10 days now every day. I haven't gone back and used anything else because it's a really nice concealer. And then I'm just going to set my face with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I haven't been using anything else other than this or the Born This Way powder for like 6 months now. So this has actually lasted me a long time. I got this at Gen Beauty New York and then Gen Beauty LA is like this weekend. So that means it's been a while. I think like 6 months now. So it's definitely worth it because I've only been using this and the Too Faced one. And ooh, I got that in my mouth or like up my nose. That was intense. But these actually last a really long time. And I always use this powder to set my face too. And then I always like to add a little bit of the Luminous Face Powder from Girlactic under my eyes and on the center of my face, especially because I didn't use any. Ooh, that looks so light on camera. It's not that light. But I didn't use any color corrector, so that way I get slightly more coverage. But let's move into the Soft Glam palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Burnt Orange. This is the lighter brown shade with the Sigma E40, the same brush I use every day of my life for my transition shade. And these are really pigmented shadows, but I did my foundation already. It's not something that's going to mess up my makeup, and you don't need to use too much. Just go in with a light hand. I feel like that already just looks like an eye look. Like I just love the formula and pigmentation of these shadows so much. So then I'm moving into the shade Sienna, this like dark brown shade that has a reddish hint to it. I just use a tiny bit. I'm using this Luxie brush. This is a small tapered blending brush. I really love Luxie brushes. This is probably one I got in an Ipsy. And I just like to apply it to the outer third. push it up and into my eye. So I really love this palette. I think it's my favorite Anastasia palette for sure. It's just so pretty. And I haven't been able to use it as much as I want to this month because I do so many eyeshadow palette reviews. So I don't get to use my favorites as much since I'm testing out so many different palettes all the time. Then I'm packing on the shade Bronze with a Morphe M124. The brush I always use for my lid. I just love this shadow. This is my favorite shadow in the palette. So metallic. And it's a lot more gold than I like to usually go for a lid color. But it's just so pretty. And I did wet my brush a little bit, so it looks super metallic. It looks like a liquid eyeshadow. It looks like a Stila eyeshadow or something. On its own, it's definitely still super foiled, but I always wet my brush. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of this burgundy shade Mulberry, just in the outer edge of my eye. Give it more like of a reddish tone. And then I think I want to add a tiny bit of the shade Sultry, this like purpley shimmer shade, to the outer edge, just to give a little bit of a different color in the outer corner. So I don't even really need to blend this shade out. I'm just kind of packing it on to the outer edge. And because it's a shimmer, it's pretty forgiving. So I don't need to like really diffuse it too much. But that's gonna be it for eyeshadow, at least on the top lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes and stuff off camera. I'm gonna use the same lashes I use every day. The Cocoa Lashes in Misha. There's like something on my lash. These Cocoa Lashes in Misha, they're my favorite lashes ever. I'm going to apply those and then finish up with the rest of my eyes, the rest of my makeup. All right, so lashes are done. I'm gonna finish off the eyes with the shade Sienna on the lower lash line. So I definitely went in a lot heavier than I intended. I like didn't dust off the shadow enough on my brush, and I forgot how pigmented these are, even though I've been saying it like 10 times throughout this video. But I'm gonna go in with a smudge brush and the shade Burnt Orange just to lighten it up and just diffuse it out slightly. Then I'm using the shade Tempera for my brow bone. I love this shade. I ran out of it in my Modern Renaissance palette. It's such a like forgiving eyeshadow color. Like anytime I mess up my brow or just any eyeshadow, it really enhances it a lot. And I'm also adding the shade Glistening to my inner corner. And then I have a new mascara. This is from Smashbox. I've been using this more so for, where is it? My bottom lash mascara. It's called the Super Fan Mascara. It reminds me kind of the Roller Lash, but the wand is straight. So it really does separate out your lashes. And I never really do bottom mascara on camera, but I just want to show you guys like the wand. It really combs out your bottom lashes. For your top lashes, I like it too, but it doesn't curl your lashes. It just gives you length. And I need more curl and volume than anything. And then I did apply actually contour off camera, just like a tiny bit of the Lorac contour kit. I use that like every single day because I'm trying to, I already hit pan. I'm just trying to use it all the way up. I can't like laugh or anything because my lashes are still drying. But I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of the Chocolate Gold bronzer from Too Faced with my Smashbox Buildable Cheek Brush. This is my favorite for bronzer because it just diffuses it out really nicely. And I feel like the lighting that I have, like my ring light really focuses in on this blemish in the center of my forehead. It's not that dramatic on camera or off camera. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy on camera either. It's just been driving me so insane. And I don't break out very frequently. So when I do, I just don't even know what to do with it. I'm just like, whatever, let it be. Because I'm definitely not very good at covering up breakouts. Like I can deal with dark circles, like anything like that, discoloration, and like even out my skin. But when it comes to like texture, I'm just like at a loss because sometimes like I won't get a breakout for a really long time, which is always a good thing. But when I do, I don't know what's the best product to use because I'm so into like really lightweight concealers and foundations. And it's not even like that dramatic, but because it's been there for like 5 days, I'm just so over it. And then for blush, I'm using my favorite from Jouer, the Adore Me Blush Duo. This is basically super, super light, really, really, really neutral. So I'm going to mix both and just blend that out. I just want a very like clean skin look, like something that's like very minimal. Like, what am I trying to say? I don't want to look like I'm doing too much to my skin, so the focus can be on my eyes, basically. And then this is my new favorite highlighter. This is from the brand Persona Cosmetics. This is wonderful. This is the shade Zuma. I've been wearing this every single day since I got it. Almost a whole month now. I've used so much of it. It's really buttery and smooth and pigmented. They have 3 shades. This is the middle one in Zuma. The other one is super bronze, and the lightest one is really, really icy. So this is the only one that really works for me, but it's so pretty. Just glides on so pigmented and buttery. I just absolutely love this highlighter. Goes with everything. I've literally used it every single day because it's so pretty, and it's available at Ulta. Oh, you know what? I actually just bought the Amrezy Anastasia highlighter, so I need to use that in a video too. I just bought it this weekend, and I totally forgot that I bought it. It's still in my purse, honestly. I went to Sephora, and I didn't end up using it yet. I've had it a few days. I totally forgot that I bought that, so I'm really excited. And then for my lip color, I'm going to use the Healthy Lip by Physicians Formula. They just sent me the whole collection. I actually haven't tried this out yet. I've only swatched it, and it feels like it's not like a dry down matte formula. It's supposed to be like a velvet formula, so I don't know how matte it's gonna look on my lips or how long wearing it's gonna be, but I will update you guys about this one in my description box, and I want to try out more shades so I can let you know my favorites. But this one is just called All Natural Nude. I just wanted to try it out to do, yes, I'm definitely gonna like this shade. Anything that looks like my lip color I'm really into, just like something super subtle. All right, so as I'm putting this on, I have a conference call in like 45 seconds. If this doesn't last through my call, like of talking for like 45 minutes, an hour before I do my intro, I will change out my lip color. So I'm gonna be wearing this for an hour before I do my outro, so you guys can know whether or not it's something that's gonna stay on. All right, guys, so this is the completed makeup look. It's actually been an hour now since I applied my lip color, so I can give you a little bit of an update. I had a full cup of espresso, so I'm a little bit more hyper now too, because I'm just feeling really pumped from it. And then I was on a conference call, so I was talking like this whole past hour, and it did dry down a little bit more matte. It's almost like completely matte. It's more of like a comfort matte. It reminds me of the Jouer lip creams. It's just slightly less matte than those. It still has more of a velvet finish, and it actually dried down a lot more opaque, so it does actually cover your lip color like your natural lip color. And I do actually really like this shade. It's more cool tone. It's basically the lip color that I go to all the time, so this will definitely be my favorite lip color, but I will keep you guys posted about my other favorites once I try out more of them. So that's the update after an hour of wearing this lip color. And thank you to Patchology for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to try out their Aqua Flash moisturizer, it will be linked in my description box, as well as the 25% off coupon code, so you guys can use it on their website on whatever products you want to try out from Patchology. It's not an affiliate code, it's just a code for you guys. And I'll also list my other favorite products from Patchology in the description box as well, if you guys want to check those out. And yeah, that is everything for today's video. I'll list everything else I use in my description box too, along with this shirt. I was wearing this shirt in pink in my last Get Ready With Me. I bought it in white because I loved it so much. So I will list it in my description box too. It's available in like 7 shades. But anyways, that's everything for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.